Well, hey there, folks. This is Vlad with Review Retro Gear, and today I wanted to share with you guys an item that I have been using for quite a while that I really love, that I think might be useful for you guys. If you do any outdoors activities like, backpacking or bushcraft or woodwork, or just general farm work, right, you've got to have a pair of gloves. And I'm sure, if you're out there doing stuff like that, you've probably got a pair. Of nice leather gloves. So this is the pair that I love the most, that I've been using for the longest period of time, and that I really love. And I want to just show you guys today why I love them so much, how I maintain them, and also give you some kind of up close detail information, and then do kind of a typical outdoor fire starting scenario to kind of show you how they go through the work. You can go online and find a lot of nice leather gloves, right? I'm sure if you've done any searching at all, you can find some fancy gloves that are like $60, $70, $80, and I'm sure those are really nice. But at the end of the day, as far as I understand it, leather gloves are disposable, right? They're not going to last you forever, no matter how much you take care of them or maintain them or baby them. They're going to wear out. And ultimately, they're not really made to be baby, right? You're supposed to use them. They're supposed to protect your hands. So they're supposed to wear out. That's why I love this pair, because it's like 20 bucks. And that's not the cheapest glove you can find out there, but it's also pretty affordable for what you get for these gloves. And I'll tell you all about them, why I love them so much. These are made by Golden Stag. These are the Iron Fencer gloves specifically. They make a few other different kinds of gloves, but these are the Iron Fencer gloves. So they're actually designed to work on fencing, barbed wire, whatever. So they're designed to be very durable, and I found that they are quite durable. I've used these gloves daily, probably light to moderate use daily, and then once or twice a week I use them hard. Like I'll use them for several hours at least, moving stuff around. And these gloves will last me at least 6 months, 4 to 6 months with that kind of use, which is a lot more than my other gloves that I've had before, like Wells Lamont or whatever. That's just one of the brands out there of leather gloves that has lasted me. So these are really nice. So let me show you why I love them so much. All right, let's take a close-up look at these gloves. So this is size large. They are made out of 100% cowhide, which is really nice. It's really high quality, really durable, and I love leather because it will conform to your hands and fits like a glove, but in the best sense, like they really fit well to your hands once you work them with them a couple of days, and they're really comfortable. What I love the most about them is the double palmed, the double layer index finger, and the double layered thumb. I think that is the part that makes these gloves last longer than most of the other gloves I've used. Since they are designed to work iron fence, you're using your index, thumb, and your palm the most if you're pulling the fence. That's what's going to wear out the most. But that also stands true for a lot of other stuff. If you're working with firewood or just rough surfaces, moving rocks, moving, lumber or, timber, it's really going to stand up quite a bit longer. So you got the double palm. It's nice and big. It's not just like a little sewn in patch, a lot of gloves have. It's the full palm from, this seam all the way up to your thumb, all the way around, you can see here, all the way to the top of your index and through here. So it makes them really durable, really strong, but I found that it doesn't take away a whole lot from your mobility in these gloves. Once they break in, they are very mobile. Just about as mobile as any other gloves I've tried. They have a nice little bungee here that actually does a pretty good job at sealing around your hand, you can see. It keeps out most things. Like, I carry a lot of hay around. Most of the hay will stay out here, it doesn't go in there. Or if you're working in a fire, hot embers, hopefully you shouldn't be, having that happen, but they're not going to be going down there. I'm actually very pleased with the way that this little cinches, that little bungee cord on there works, or whatever, it's a little sewn in piece of elastic on there, you can see. So very nice quality. It's stitched very nicely. I've never had any of the stitching come out. It's double stitched all around here on the finger, and the double layers of the palm, and just really nice quality. These gloves in particular, I've used for about 2 months already, and you can see, I mean, they're pretty black because I've been working a lot with, you know, fire and moving around embers and coals and stuff like that, but they're not wearing through. All the stitching is totally fine, and we're not even getting close to coming through that first layer. So they still feel very comfortable. Very nice. You can see just faintly here, it says Iron Fencer just a little bit. So if you are picking up some of these gloves, make sure that says it on there. Hi, dog. Okay, you gotta back up a little bit. You're getting in the way of our video. So what I use them primarily for is, every day is I start a fire in my house. I take care of our horse, you know, carry lumber, firewood, hay, that kind of stuff. And then fairly often I'll go out on a hike or a bushcrafting, you know, trip, something like that. And I use them for the whole day, nonstop. So that's kind of my usage for them. The way I maintain them is, if they get really dirty, I'll clean them off. You can use like saddle soap if you want to. But I mean, I found honestly that it's not really worth it a whole ton unless they get really dirty. Like if they get muddy, I would clean them off. But every maybe a week or so, I will apply a generous coating of this. This I think is the best leather preserver that I found. You can also buy it online. It's made out of really nice quality stuff. You can look it up online if you want to. But this, I just open up, take a generous scoop of it like that, and I just work it into the glove. Kind of like washing your hands. You want to get all over, between your fingers, onto the thumb, roll it on, onto the backs too. And this stuff here, Obanoff's, is actually designed by firefighters to maintain their gloves and their boots and that kind of stuff. So it really extends the life of your gloves and any of your leather. Actually use it in my boots as well. Really nice stuff, especially for fire handling. Like if you're doing bushcrafting, picking coals up out of the fire, or a hot water bottle, that kind of stuff, really does well. Waterproofs it if you're doing any work in snow. Really nice. It does a really nice job at maintaining it, preserving it, and keeping them nice and pliable, so the leather doesn't crack or dry out. So you can see it soaked up really nice, and they already look better just after that little bit of work. So just like that, this stuff is super awesome. Definitely recommend if you have, you know, leather stuff that you don't mind using, you know, products like this on, picking some of that up. All right, so there you go. Let's do a little bit of fire starting and see how that goes, and you can kind of see how they are at work. All right, so I got a little bit of firewood here. I am at home, so I'm cheating a little bit. Got some firewood already, but just for demonstration purposes. By the way, today I'm using this Fisker's Norden N7 axe, which is super cool. It's basically like the Fisker's X7, but hickory handle. Check out the sheets we make for it too. If you're interested, you can go online, get one of those. But a little bit of firewood here. Split some of this up. This little axe is amazing. Review of this coming soon, hopefully, as well. So for this kind of work, the gloves just eat it up. I mean, it's easy. Really good protection from the rough fibers, especially, you know, the bark on the end's gonna get kind of abrasive. But easy peasy. Nice there. Get some more pieces here. It's kind of cold and wet out here, so I need a good amount of small pieces. But yeah, the gloves feel amazing. You still have all that dexterity that you would need, all the feel, but so much protection. All right, I think we're close enough. All right, let's start this fire. All right, here's our little spot. We got it all cleaned out. Put our firewood in there. Some of you longtime viewers may remember this spot. This spot's called The Ridge. You can go way back and watch some of our little series we started from here of our little bushcrafting endeavors. But all right, let's see how this goes. Find a little nice space for it. Make some shavings. Let's see, we gotta find a suitable piece here. Bit of a little rough feather stick. Nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm doing any crazy bushcrafting stuff here because I'm at home. But yeah, these gloves are so good for stuff like this, camping. I had a buddy who was using these gloves, splitting wood, and he actually slipped and hit his thumb right here, and it did cut his skin. But if not for the gloves, I think he would have cut tendons and bone. But it just cut his skin open a little bit. That's actually why I'm on my second pair of gloves, because those are ruined. But they do a really good job of protecting. It's really cool. So anything like that, even if you're going out hunting or camping, making a fire or getting firewood, stuff like that, I have not found a better pair of gloves than these, and I've used a lot. And I prefer the leather gloves because they do fit better, and then they wear better. I think they last longer than the synthetic, like rubber coated ones maybe. But even some of those, some of those might last longer, but that'd be so thick. And then you can't ever handle fire with them because they just melt, stuff like that. So, pardon my terrible feather stick making skills. Good start. All right. See if we can throw a spark down there. Get it lit up. Getting there. Ooh. Need to go in the fire, buddy. Close. Nope. Not quite. Just a bit of flame there. See if we can capitalize on that. There we go. Got our fire going. All right, I'll get this nice and big and we'll go from there. It's going. Some of this wood's kind of damp still. I love how much protection these gloves give you from like wood splinters, because a lot of times I've been like, I'll be fine without gloves, and I'm messing around with wood, splitting wood, and you just shoot a splinter right up into your hand or under your fingernail. It's the worst thing. That's what these are for. Never happened with that unless you're crazy. I don't know, trying not, if you're trying to get a splinter in your hand, I'm sure you can, but Never accidentally. All right, we'll get a nice little fire going here. Kind of show you how, you know, you can move around fire right with your hands and get in there. We'll boil up some water, make some tea or something, and go from there. So the fire's going pretty good. I think I'm gonna kind of rearrange it a little bit, add some more onto there and make it nice and hot. Some more wood split up here. But with these gloves, it's amazing. You can just go right in there, you can grab stuff, move it around however you like. Obviously, you know, not forever, because they will get hot eventually. But they do really well with the heat, with the double layered leather, as well as that Open Off's leather conditioner. It just does wonders for how well these gloves handle hot fire, hot embers and fire. Really cool. Let's make a bit of a messy log cabin here to get some nice hot embers. Log cabin's kind of my go-to style in the winter when it's cold. This one's a little bit too big. Really produces a nice hot fire that way. So yeah, obviously you could not do that with just bare hands. And I think rubber gloves or anything else would just get gooey. But amazing. All right, well, I think it's time to make some tea here. Got my little bottle. Pull that out. Fill it up. The dog is very curious. Perfect. All right, there it is. Burned down nicely. I think we're gonna make a little spot right in there for the water. Open that up a little bit. I think that would be perfect. All right, let's go grab our water bottle. All right, right down in there it goes. Push some of the embers back around it. Stays nice and hot. All right, in a minute or two, have some hot water for some tea. Do be careful though, if you do let them get way too hot, or if you grab something super hot, like hot burning, like glowing red hot metal, the leather will kind of shrink up because you're basically like searing it. You don't really want to do that, because once you do that, it's really hard to get them back up to good health. But like, if you know, I've done a lot of like cast iron pan on the fire, you can definitely grab that handle and pull it out and, you know, move it around, stuff like that. So it works well for that. Just careful, you do need to know the limits of leather, and it's not, you know, fully invincible. So keep that in mind. And look at that, we're already getting bubbles in there. Water just about boiled, so it's time to get our tea in our cup. Let's go over here. Where's that mug? There you go. Some tea. Right over here. All right. Gotta empty out our goodies first. Oh man, that's a lot. Don't need all that. Some good old Earl Grey. Pop that in here. There you go. It's ready. All right, the water's boiling real good. I'm gonna grab that. You reach right into there, just grab it. The nice thing about these is the water never gets hotter than, you know, 212 Fahrenheit or 100 Celsius. So you can handle it pretty long. There you go. Pop it into this little holder. There we go. Perfect for that kind of stuff. So cooking, like I was mentioning earlier with the cast iron or stuff like that, works really well. Just all around perfect gloves. Super cool. All right, well, I'm gonna enjoy my tea, and I think we're gonna wrap it up. Denali, come here. Come here. Come here. Come sit over here. Good girl. What do you think of the fire? You like a nice warm fire? Alrighty folks, well that concludes my review of these gloves. Like I said, I definitely recommend them. In my opinion, the best pair of gloves you can get for around $20. I have nothing but good things to say about them. Hopefully this review was informative and useful to you guys. As always, if you have any questions or comments, concerns, please leave them down below in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as we can. We'd love to have a discussion with you guys down there. But there you go. Go and pick yourself a pair of these because they're just amazing. As always, have a great day. Don't forget to praise God, and I'll see you in the next video. Over and out.